and set timer because I cannot really record over 45 minutes and release it to YouTube because for some reason PlayStation won't allow it. But I'm in the living room right now and this is a very pleasant surprise. I went on the store, went on new games, and I found out this was released on PlayStation. So, and I pushfully put on Do Not Disturb. Awesome. Oh well. I've never heard this part of the song. Yeah, I love this game. Novel. But I'm not going to waste any time because I am heavily time limited. Let's get it. I did set up just to test out, see if it actually was the one from PC, and it looks like it. Fair warning, very graphic content, very mature content in general, very depressing content, and if you have anxiety, do not watch this. Says the guy dealing with depression and possibly social anxiety at the same time. Awesome, again. Very smart move. Alright, let's get into this. This is gonna be fun. I can't do very good female voices, but I'll do what I can. So. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I apologise for any times I stutter or make mistakes in reading. I can't speak very well. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of getting up. Oh god. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk, and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Shark. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Shark, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Huh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Same here, bro. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming in need in a few years because you don't know because you're not used to the real world. I already am. You trust me, right? Oh god. It's so hard to do the female voices wrong. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It is over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Perfect. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom. Fuck. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, thought you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to join your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who posted the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I could have told the club yesterday that I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki even made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's just so cunning at us to plan this whole thing out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll start by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! This is going to be the fun part here. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I would too. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Okay, I gotta do Yui, Natsuki, and Monica. We're coming gonna do their voices. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Ready to kill the atmosphere? Fuck, harder, Monica. See, imagine Sayori and Natsuki having cutesy sounding voices, Yui having a more mature, feminine sounding voice. Shock. Fuck. Shock. What a nice surprise. Feels like it sounds slightly British, but I can't think of anything else. Welcome to the Literature Club. I think I was sent to you either. Welcome to the Literature Club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you have something to say, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. Everyone! Oh, fuck. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. What time am I at? 22 minutes. Not bad. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yui, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yui, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again. It's great to see you again, Shark. Monica smiled sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. It's going to take me a while to, get into the voices. I'm going to need to do them a whole lot more in order to, strengthen them in a sense, so that it's easier for me to say them and I can improve on them. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Yep. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Shark. Come sit down, Shark. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey! I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. For Sayori and Natsuki's voice, it's relatively easy enough for me to, switch between them. Because, in a sense, Natsuki's voice is just a higher pitched version of Sayori's voice to me. But with Yuri, she's got more of a deeper toned voice, while Monica, I'm kind of going off of a British, with slight stereotypical British accent for her, but Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki politely marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, here. Are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen light, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I feel like I went Natsuki there. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. You can tell that she is the youngest. The only girl from these four I can remember the age of perfectly is Natsuki. She is exactly 18 years old. But you can tell she's the youngest in the club because she has a little tooth there. The youngest girl in the group in anime, I feel normally has just the one individual little tooth that you can see when they smile. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Sure. Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you. Not for, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You know, you keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. No, sorry. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Huh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider joining the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make sure to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm impressed. I know the comments are going to be down there, bloody... He's saying Monica and all that shit, and because of the freaking bullcrap and all. Why the name Monica, but oh well. I could care less. Because there's a lot of trolls out there, and a lot of people are just dicks. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major... Jesus, Dad. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take up something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. What time are we at? 11. I'm not checking the time because, you know, I'm trying to get the 10-minute mark. I'm well over the fucking 10-minute mark now. Hitting about 20 minutes. But as I've said at the start of the video, I cannot release a video that's longer than 45, and I want to put it to 35 just to be safe. So if I can in the future, I'll make it longer. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! The streams my voice so hard to do Natsuki. That sounds bad. Just moving on. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So shock. Fucking out. It's a pain to do these voices. It's so hard. So shock. What kinds of things do you like to read? I feel like my voices for Yuri and Monica have swapped places. I've been from my more lower sounding voice for Yuri to a more British sounding voice and a more lower sounding voice for Monica, which makes no sense. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Actually, I might need to turn down the music a wee bit. I've just noticed it's probably pretty damn loud. I'm so sorry, I've probably been blowing you guys' eardrums out. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. You like manga too? Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Yep, loves manga. Not much of a reader, I guess. And apparently, for some reason, manga is not considered it's considered literature. Even though manga is literally just a Japanese comic. Literally just a Japanese comic. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of a teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't that amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Yeah, it's only another thing I should talk about. This is a horror style. It's got a lot of horror elements in it later on. It is a warning if you've got, faint of heart or something like that. But I did give you the warnings of depressing, don't watch it if you have anxiety or paranoia, I suppose. Okay, so that's weird. My recording just cut out on me. I might have it. Yeah, I think I've got it set to 30 minutes. I need to change that, but I think I'll leave it here for now. I'll try to return to it tomorrow if I remember, and if I have time, obviously. But I do love this novel, and I do plan to finish it. But I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow. I'm going to start trying to upload a whole lot more. I really am. It's just I can't find very many games that I can read, you know, much, or that I can play that I feel would be, you know, fun or like entertaining to you guys to watch. So, you know, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Possibly, if it's not sometime tonight, which probably won't be, then hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But until next time, have a good day. Have a good day. Life, my controller died. And I will see you next time. Bye bye. You can't see it, but I just did this salute. Bye bye.